Problem children, she say, you know. Sitting at home the other day with me pen and paper in hand, getting prepared to write a song for the coming competition. Then my granny came up to me with a newspaper in she hand, telling me, son, take a look at the condition. Pointing down at a photograph of a 14-year pregnant girl. My granny lamented, oh my God, what's happening to our world? She was supposed to be in school, working to get her degree, instead of out on the streets with a big belly. Grandma hold she head and call, look at her knew she can stand that at all. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, just getting pregnant, she digging her us. She say let's do something quick, before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, lose all the children just like that. Grandma hold she head and call, oh Lord, 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 Lord. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, she's digging her out. She say let's do something quick, before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, we lose all the children just like that. Ah yeah! This is what me granny say. Some of our children lying whole day when they should be in the schoolyard. Some taking illegal substances, behaving like if they mad. Adding more on the miseries of their toiling mommy and dad. Granny says, son, ain't no fun, this is rather sad. Schoolboys who should be old enough to know what is right from wrong, going to school with weaponry, playing the wrong and strong. This is the problem, Grandma say, and it needs some attention now. Let's save our children today, let's find somehow. Grandma hold she head and ball, look at her, no she can stand that at all. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, she's getting pregnant, she's digging her house. She say let's do something quick, before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, we lose all the children just like that. Grandma hold she head and ball, oh Lord, 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 Lord. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, she's getting pregnant, she's digging her house. She say let's do something quick, before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, we lose all the children just like that. This is what me granny had to say. Meanwhile, me and me granny there, a radio news flash came out. Students assault on teachers, cause teachers do stay just sick out. Grandma tell me you hear that, son, the same thing I'm talking about. So evident as you see, son, there is no doubt. Grandma listened attentively as the newsman went on to say, schoolboy detained for firearm by police just yesterday. All of these happenings, Grandma say, that's how she to feel away. This kids mean business, she say, they rent out to play. Grandma hold she head and ball, the kind of knew she can stand that at all. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, she's getting pregnant, she digging her house. She say, let's do something quick, before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, or we lose all the children just like that. Grandma hold she head and ball, oh Lord, 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 Lord. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, she's getting pregnant, she digging her house. She say, let's do something quick before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, we lose all we children just like that. Ah, yeah! This is what me granny had to say. It's our responsibility with the adults of this country to prepare the kids to face the challenges of society. The opportunities that we lost, we must help our children gain. Granny explained, all the same, we should share the blames. The children will do the very things they see the grown-ups do. And whatever their actions today reflects upon me and you. We are to set the example, that's one thing we ought to know. Kids of today make adults of tomorrow. Grandma holds she head and ball, them kinda know she can stand that at all. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, they getting pregnant, she digging her house. She say, let's do something quick before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, or we lose all we children just like that. Grandma holds she head and ball, oh Lord, 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 Lord. Schoolboys are being caught with drugs, getting pregnant, she digging her house. She say, let's do something quick before we end up with an epidemic. Each time we know where it's at, we lose all the children just like that. Ah, yeah! This is all me granny has to say. Thank you very much. Good night.